So we know that we want to work on a couple of different things with using a visual schedule. We want to really focus on increasing some independence, decreasing the need for prompts from parents, and increasing some comfortability with using the iPad. So the visual schedules that we're going to talk about today will check all of those boxes for us. They will allow comfortability and familiarity with going over and accessing the iPad to get information, and then hopefully we can shape that also into using the iPad for intentional communication versus just prompted with using the device. Also, we're going to be able to be prompted for the next task by the schedule instead of by a caregiver, which will increase independence and also will hopefully decrease some of that prompt dependence we see of always looking to someone before making a choice, even when it is a free play time or a time that there's not a correct choice to make. So we're going to look at these two different apps. The apps we're going to talk about is the ChoiceWorks app and then the ChoiceWorks calendar. So they're made by the same company, they're in the same bundle. We're going to look at the ChoiceWorks schedule first, and I'm going to model on my iPad how we would access this. So we have the iPad here, and we're going to go to ChoiceWorks, and then we have a schedule here that we are going to manipulate. We can always build new schedules here in this little plus sign. We can make a schedule, and then we also have some different social stories available. But for what we're going to do today, we're going to use the schedule. So we are going to be shaping a schedule. So we have the ability to use the adapted signals within the app, and then we also can add our own. So we are going to So we have a schedule here that would be very typical on a free day. We'll get in the car, go bowling, go to the store, go to the bathroom, go to the park, go for a walk, and go home. And these are very easy to manipulate. So if we are going to do that, we would push edit. And within that edit option, we can add a task. So we could add that we are going to go to school, and we could use this app where it already has the picture and the image in there. We also could use a real picture of the school. So we could go to our Google page. We could type in Wagner High School. And then we can go to that image. We can save that image to our photos, or if it doesn't have that option, we could always just do a screenshot. We're going to go to our photos and make sure that it did save. And we do have that picture. So now we're going to go back to our ChoiceWorks app, and we're going to add a task. We're going to press the camera icon at the top. We're going to add an image, and we're going to go to our photo library, and we're going to add a picture, and then we're going to put, Wagner. So we're going to add that. So now we have that it's a task that we're going to do. We have a picture of Wagner here. I'm going to move it over a little bit. And so then we're going to save this. So now if we prefer that, so we have two choices. We can just use the adapted pictures, We can always just see what seems to be preferred. Sometimes concrete pictures in our environment are easier to use. So we have both of those choices. We also could add things such as drink, and have an image that I already preloaded, but you could go in and take, of a glass. And then that would allow some independence where we're using it somewhat as our communication device also, that there would be the ability to go and for him to select this, communicating that that is something he wants to do next, and also requesting that drink. So we have a lot of options here. As we do things, he can certainly move the task over as it's done. It will cue all done, and it will go to the next thing on the list. Now, if he decides, I don't want to go bowling first, or we've given a choice of, would you like to bowl or park? And he says park, all we're gonna do is just edit, and then we're gonna take park, and we're gonna slide it up and save it. And then he gets to see that, yes, that choice I get to have, and now I'm gonna go to the park, and then I'm gonna go bowling. So there's a lot of options within here. It's easy to take this with us. Once we have the schedule built in here, we don't need to be connected to Wi-Fi, so this could certainly go in the car. Now, the other one that we are gonna look at using is the calendar. So if we use our calendar, we can put important things in here so that, again, we can start building that independence, those age-appropriate skills of being aware of a schedule or aware of things that we're doing. So we can push a plus sign. Sorry, I want to put it on Saturday. And we know that this Saturday is going to be a party. So we're going to put party, and we're going to add that in. So now we could program in a countdown. So if there's repeated questions about when is the party, then we would just push this 1, 2, 3 at the top. We want it to count down to the party, and it's going to count on its own. So we could put anything into this. We could put doctor's appointments. Again, the same exact setup with being able to take pictures, put things. If there's going to be a difference in a schedule, say that you're going to put my picture on Fridays, but Friday the 24th, I'm going to be out of town, and so you have no picture of me, and that cues that. So again, we're just using this to give some more independence and awareness of our schedule, and that we have a say in what we do, that to build some of that autonomy that seems to be very low and reduce some of that prompting.